But when you went off to Square Dance Center, I used to go to dance to Ralph Page, and he had a dance every Tuesday night at the Boston YWCA, and he had a band. It was his Boston Orchestra. They did not do medleys, and they were all two of the musicians played at the Boston Symphony. I mean, they were very
skilled musicians.
Yeah, and they were good too, and they could play. Walter Loeb could play the Devil's Dream like you never heard it. It was really something, you know. And he just died recently, and so at that hall in the YWCA, it was all a room that was all white with chandeliers, and it had a very polished feeling to it. And the dancers were very smooth, mostly from MIT, you know, and they just sort of glided across the floor. And occasionally Ralph Page would do the Money Musk, and everybody groaned, including me, because it wasn't much fun. But I went up to a dance in Peterborough one time, and Ralph had his New Hampshire orchestra there, which consisted of Dick Richardson and Russ Allen on fiddles, and Johnny Trombley on the piano. He's the one that taught Bob McQuillan about accordion, and Junior Richardson on the stand-up bass, and then Bob McQuillan on the accordion. And that music was the best I've ever heard. And Ralph did more squares than contras in those days. He was a singing caller. He was one of the boys. He was in the union. He advocated the use of ski boots, and he changed somewhere in there. But he was really liked the square dances, and he would play in town halls that had a pretty rough crowd that would come, and he did that for a long time. But the band, that New Hampshire Orchestra.
Yeah, let's talk more about the band.
Okay, they were something.
Yeah, what about it? You say it was like the best music you ever heard.
It's the sound.
Yeah.
It's the sound. They played, when I heard them first, was at the Bell Studio, which was a place called Folkways in Peterborough, and it was an old barn, and it had a sprung floor. And the people who came were local farmers and wood choppers, factory workers, and summer folks. And it was a good mixture. There was no computer programmers then. And it was a great mixture for the dance. And Ralph Page did squares like Red River Valley and Hinky Dinky Valley Voo and Golden Slippers, sang all the calls. And then when he did contras, well, it was Money Musk, Chorus Jig, Lady Walpole's Rio, Morning Star, that's what. And there was another caller there, Gene Gowing, and he would do Durang Swan Pipe, dances like that. But the music itself was very rich.
Instrumentation.
Yeah, it was the accordion, two fiddles, and they were playing mostly in unison. Russ would go into harmony once in a while. He was trained. Dick was not trained, and but I one time had Dick's fiddle. His daughter gave me the fiddle, and I had it for a while. Because I wasn't using it, I gave it back. But it was one of his fiddles. And one time we were asked to do a dance in Marlborough, where Dick came from. And the Marlborough Historical Society wanted me to, I wrote a book about Dick, and they wanted me to do a culminating event where we would talk about the book, and then we'd have some dance. And so Bob was there playing one of his big old accordions,
And Johnny on piano?
No, he was gone by that time. Yeah.
Okay. So we're talking about a different time.
Yeah.
Now.
Carl Jacobs played the bass, but he had heard Junior, so he knew what to do. I was playing Dick Richardson, and Jacqueline was playing Russ Allen, and that was the crowd.
Who would have been on piano?
Larry Siegel. He's the one that wrote that play about me, the dancing master in Canterbury. And so, I played them recordings of the band, and we couldn't do it. We just could not get that sound. Close, came very close, but it didn't have that magic. Now, one of the things about the magic of that was that when you get the whole band playing was great, but during the Korean War, McQuillan went off, went to a dance in Hancock one night, and it was Junior, Russ, and Johnny, and Dick, and it had that sound. No accordion, but it still had that sound. And then I went to another dance one time, and Russ wasn't there. So it was Junior, Dick, and Johnny. And then one time I had a dance in my house, and Junior and Dick came down and played for it. Didn't even have Johnny. And then another dance, Junior was sick or drunk or something, and it just had Dick, and that was it. Dick was the key.
He was the magic.
He was the one that made that magic, yeah.
What was his fiddle style from? Do you know?
He was untrained. It was all on his wrist. His right wrist was bigger than his left wrist, and it was just the way he played. And it just and I've tried to duplicate it, and I can't do it. And I wasn't able to do it, even with the instrumentation. I was not able to. Came close, but not the same.